Okie, Sinatapi. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday, Native Wellness Institute's positive, productive, and proactive podcast, power hour, just a dialogue. I'm out in the woods. Nistu Amskapi Pikani, Nistu Sixaketapi from the Blackfoot Confederacy. It was raining like heck. Indians call it. It was raining cats and dogs. so I got 4 dogs in here and 3 cats. No, I'm rescuing them. No. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. We come to you we've been coming to you for a few years, every day, then 5 days a week, and now we do Wellness Wednesday. Native Wellness Institute, as you know, is our mission and our goal is to keep the teachings of our ancestors alive. And anything that falls under that, we get to do. I had all these intentions of sunshine and coming to you from, I'm near the KOA on the west side of Chewing Black Bones. We're having a giant powwow. Everything's all set up, and there's 2 grand entries tomorrow at noon and at 6. So come on down. Or come on up. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Everybody's getting their barbecued ribs ready and their barbecued buffalo, and I took out some elk ribeye, and I'm gonna marinate it in apple sauce and barbecue it up and just be at the powwow gnawing on meat. So welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I was really contemplating what today's topic or some of our discussions. So I'm gonna start with, I heard the funniest thing yesterday. I was listening to Native Dads Network with Mike Duncan, and he said out in California they're calling it the 4th July instead of the 4th of July, 4th July. And you know, Robert Johnston and Jolene Joseph and the gang gave me, before the pandemic, they gave me this really beautiful photo of the Constitution, and where it's highlighted that we were called merciless Indian savages. Yoo-hoo! These 2 merciless Indian savages. I was thinking, wow, and how do we celebrate? We just buy dynamite and blow up with fireworks. How come Indians and fireworks? Okay, I know why. You know, when you come from trauma, you love explosives. When you come from trauma, you don't pay your mortgage, you don't pay your rent, you don't pay your car payment, you go buy fireworks. Payroll deduction, the tribe payroll deduction for all the way till Christmas. They take money out of your paycheck so you can buy fireworks. I was just cracking myself up. I do that sometimes, but seriously, have we become the merciless Indian savages? Or have we evolved into something else since that Constitution was contrived? And remember, it was contrived by non-natives, Napi-Quin, Napi-Koan, and I think the only Napi-Yaqui got to sew the flag. Didn't contribute nothing. They didn't listen to women because women had their place. They didn't even let women vote till 1924. They didn't let us vote till in the 60s. Shoot, in some places, they still don't let us vote. They just make all these policies and all these laws that keep us from voting. And so anyway, today I was like, I wanted to channel a good leader, and it might be backwards with Geez, my Indian purse full of good stuff. Is your Indian purse full of good stuff? I was this morning. I was saying my prayers. I'm on a little vacation, except for coming to you live for this hour, and oh, I slept so good yesterday. I was dreaming about how you give, like how you give people coins. Like if they give you a knife, you give them a coin. It's like an exchange. But I had a bunch of I think I got it right here. I had a bunch of, I call them Randy Al Titone, but I had a bunch of these dollars in the dream, and I was just, out of love, I was giving them all away to some people from Rocky Boy who were at a Sundance, and I was giving them away to the 3 Ocons that are coming up, and I was giving them away to Yellow Kidney Sundancers that just finished. And it was a beautiful dream, because it was like thanking them. I was giving them coins, and I had like rows of them, almost like a breastplate. And I was taking the coins, and in the dream, I was telepathically saying, thank you for sun dancing. Thank you for praying. Thank you for keeping our children in mind. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for belonging to a society and trying to do your best and not embezzle and hurt people kind of stuff. I was giving coins, and so in the dream when I woke up, I thought, I have a day off. I'm not looking at no emails. And that's a big, I'm just not looking at any emails, because I'm going to take a little vacation and take my mom with my sister. We're going to put on a Kami Poismanix, and we're going to dance at the Manpower Veterans Powwow tomorrow. We're just, my mom she's getting older, and she wants to dance. She'll be 86 in October, and she wants to dance. So we're getting everything ready, and we're gonna go over there. And at noon, we'll be in the grand entry, because my mom wants to dance. And as time goes on, we've lost so many that are gone now. I have these thoughts, I'm gonna dance hard, because you never know, it's the last time. Shoot, I might I might disappear. I mean, not willingly. It's gonna take a lot to take me out, because I'm gonna fight back. But I was, in that seriousness, I thought, what a gift. I woke up this morning, what a gift that my sister, Atsta Nikiwa, and my mother, when she was on tribal council, were transferred a stand-up headdress. And then a Ganaxtimadaws, Leon Rattler, Rick Grounds. Rick Grounds made my Kami Poismanix, and my brother Bart. And they transferred it, and I was just thinking, it was a shock and a surprise, but I really tried to pray with it every day and follow the instructions that the Kami Poismanix, the stand-up headdress, were transferred to us, so that we could uplift people and to wear it in public as often as possible. That's why I was thinking of Lily Gladstone. I was wishing she could come home, but I think she's filming. That we're nothing, we're just human. We're nothing. When you accept that, and you practice lateral kindness and lateral forgiveness, and so have some boundaries. Just don't be, running around like a untreated codependent. martyrdom or victimhood, but just accept it. And so I was thinking, it's that simple. I live one day at a time. This 24 hours, I'm out here, and if it quits raining a little bit, I might get out. I'm near Mokakin, the backbone of the world. I'm right at going to the sun, where the road starts. And everybody's pulling up with their giant RVs and their boats, and they're going to enjoy this week. But this what I wanted to share with you today, I was thinking, wow, the 4th of July. I'm not gonna light any fireworks. I'm not going to trigger, torture dogs and torture combat vets or anything like that. I'm just going to enjoy the day, because I understand, I was thinking we might have a Korean vet or two. We might have a World War II vet. We have a lot of combat Vietnam vets, and we have a lot of Iraq freedom, and we have a lot of current veterans, and it's in the Blackfoot Confederacy that'll be coming to this dance tomorrow. And we honor, it's become a beautiful thing, because I think this is the 4th or 5th annual. We honor all our veterans because they're warriors. They are warriors. And so it's just a beautiful, my old voice, Uncle Gerald, he's not on this earth anymore. So Uncle Gerald, I just say prayers to you. Just help us honor all of our vets, male and female, and even the LGBTQ, if they have to be on the down low or they're out. Anyway, we honor them tomorrow. We're gonna start with the grand entry. We're going to bring them all in, and I hope we're inviting all the stand-ups, if you want to honor our vets, to come dance with us. At this point, everybody's just like pretty busy. I think Stampede, and there's just Elmo, Powwow, Rocky Boy, just everybody's. Rocky Boy just finished their Sundance. There's just all of this glorious ways of Indians celebrating and coming together, and so we'll be doing that tomorrow. But I wanted to just share with you, I was visiting a little bit with Mike Duncan, Native Dads Network, and with my family, and over this past week, because Casey Nicholson and we just came back from the substance abuse prevention. We had 400 clean and sober people at the White Mountain Apache, and some of them had 30 days. Some had 30 years, but they were all trying to not use fentanyl anymore, not use Oxycontin or heroin or methamphetamine. And even, there was a lot there trying to not vape THC, not be sucking on THC as a gateway drug to addictions. I was like, whoa. It was something else. And so when I came home, I was visiting with my family, and I'm sharing this because I'm visiting with you here on the Native Wellness Wednesday. Is, when are you going to take a vacation? I'm taking a vacation right now. I mean, I'm coming on for this hour. I'm going to take a vacation till I think I have to work in Polson with Bears Ears Coalition on the 16th. And so I'm not going to do any work. So that's interesting, because I just thought, what do I do? Close my laptop? Yes. Do I not look at my emails? Yes. And so maybe I'll just erase them all, because when you come back, there's 800 of them. And some people you just don't want to hear from. Some people you want to hear from. Anyway, I'll try not to judge. I'm just gonna race them all. No. But I wanted to just have some dialogue on reset. You know, during the pandemic, remember we used to call it recess? We'd say, everybody take a recess. At Native Wellness Institute, we were just online with essential workers the entire time from March 2020 all the way. And now we're still doing online. I think we got an upcoming, in a couple of weeks, we're doing a Zoom online, being trauma and healing informed. But it's essential workers. It's healing the healers. But so when do we take a break? First, we have to set our intentions. You know, and I was, well, first of all, we have to be able to take a break, because some of us we need that paycheck to keep the flow of money coming in. Sometimes we need to get paid vacation. Pay us vacation for a whole year. All Indians get to take the year off and get paid. Some do. They call them per diem Indians. They just go everywhere on per diem. No. Anyway, but seriously, so I was yesterday doing things. I really want to thank my relatives. I got a new roof put on my house, and now we're redoing all the plumbing in my house. And yesterday I had to cry because my nephews and my niece, they got all the stuff is working in the bathroom, and so I took a hot bubble bath. The new sink, the new bathroom sink is just working, and it reminded me of, a long time ago, Awatski, Irene Bulshu, when she was one of the first ones in Browning that got indoor plumbing. And I was just a little girl, because they had outhouses, they had wells, no one had indoor plumbing. And Grandma was one of the first ones to get a flush toilet. And so everybody was crowded into the bathroom, and then she'd push the flusher and whoosh, it would flush down, and we'd all go, whoa. So I'm 68, so this is, like 60 years ago, we were just getting indoor plumbing on this reservation. And so then we'd all get excited and we'd say, do it again. And then Grandma would push the flusher and whoa. I don't know, we sat there, we laughed, we're all crowded in like it's an event. That was our Netflix. Indian Netflix, watching your toilet flush. Yes. So yesterday I'd turn on the spout, woo, hot water, woo, cold water. I was like, and then I started crying because that triggered that happy moment when Indians started to get indoor plumbing. And you go up to Alaska and you go up, and where there's real winter, people always fixing their plumbing. That was, if Bill Gates or Amazon or Google or any of you guys, if you want to help Indians, help them get indoor plumbing. That works. And like when you have 40 relatives that come over to your house to shower and things get plugged up, because that happens. It's like North American Indian days, man. All of these are coming to Browning, Montana. All of the powwows going around on the Alberta side, the northern side, everyone, coming to your house to shower. We need indoor plumbing like they have at, Hilton Garden Inn. Like they have at the Bonaventure in LA. We need, so if you really want to gift Indians, give them indoor plumbing and multiple showers so all their powwow relatives can come shower, so they don't be stink while they're dancing. When they dance by and you go, whoo, that one didn't take a shower. Whoo, that one. So I always like bring spray and spray them with sage and spray them with sweetgrass. Anyway, this getting back to why do we have to take a break? why do we have to reset? And that was, this morning I really realized I have reset because I can remember my dreams. That's like a symptom. When I can remember my dreams, I know my self-care is working good. I know that, and shoot, I think I slept 8 hours. 8 hours, and the night before I slept 8.5 hours, and the night before I slept 8 hours. And it was, I let my body rest. I made homemade food, I love brown rice now. I try not to eat white rice anymore. I like roasted chicken. I did, and now see, here's the self-care. This is what I had to do, is I bought 2 homemade cinnamon rolls. Usually my mom used to make them, but I bought them at Kiowa Mercantile. And they were big cinnamon rolls like this, and I ate one yesterday, and then last night I started to eat another one, and something said in my head, remember your goal of self-care. Your A1C is 6, and you want to keep it at 6. So I stopped eating it, and I wrapped it up to save it for another day. And then this morning, I said, I gotta symbolically, I can't be eating like that, like all that sugar and, anyway. So I took it and I smudged it and I put it out for the birds. So the birds are now feasting. They have a cinnamon roll. And I thought, no, moderation, having boundaries around the stuff that we eat, I'm resetting. And I'm going to eat good. Yes, I am on vacation, so I'm not going to overdo it. So what did I do with this reset? And I'm just going to share. I touched base with all my 12-step friends. I got a very good 12-step friend who on Friday is celebrating 30 years of being clean and sober. And so we always go for a little hike. We always cook some ribeyes. So we made a date. But the other, I was just sharing with you this mind, body, and spirit. We have another Ganak Stamada who went to Reiki school and is certified and now can do all this body work. So I messaged her because, I guess people don't like to call and message her, and I said, hey, can you do some body work on me Friday? And then she goes, about what time? So I, noon. Can I come about noon? Because I want to see her skill. I know she studied, and I want her to learn because she's nearby. Because where we live, we have to drive a long ways to Kalispell. It could be 3 hours with tourists. It's a long ways to Great Falls, Montana, 3 hours. So it would be so awesome. So anyway, I got a date I'm going to start getting my body work done. The other reset is, after I had the cancers on my face, and I'm cancer free, and they're healing. The inside stitches will dissolve in 4 months. So I can exercise now. So I started getting up, and I went the other way that I used to go with my dog, but there's animals. There's grizzly bears and a couple of mountain lions on the motion. So I walked a different way, and I walked for an hour. I walked for 2 hours yesterday, and just walked. And I was even funny because I bought these Hokas with one of my res dog residual checks. I bought 3 pair of Hokas. Talk about, I needed 3 pair of Hokas. But I would run a little, and then I would stop, and I'd just go, I don't have to overdo it. I don't have to overdo it. So so then I just went, and I see some tourists looking at me saying, what the hell is that lady parked in the bushes? Hey. What she parked? Hey, I'm doing Wellness Wednesday, Native American. Native Wellness Institute. Anyway, you always have to look around here because you never know what's going to cut. I look like this. I got all the mirrors, but they're seeing what I'm doing here, and they're going real slow. We'll see if they come back. Anyway, no worries. with uh with this reset, I've been walking here, and I can walk, where there's no tourists. I can walk where there's tourists, and so I just thought I'm gonna make a commitment. While I'm on vacation, I'm gonna make sure I get out and I get my heart beating. I run a little, walk a little, run a little, walk a little. Try out those hokas. However they make those hokas, they really hold. It's like your balance or your feet, or you feel like running. I feel like. Anyway, I got my mucks on now because it was so muddy this morning. It was raining the cats and dogs, and then I needed to put on something up to my calf, so it's just mud and water, and I didn't want to get my new hokas all muddy. I guess I could have. They said you could get your hokas all muddy, and then you just wipe them off. You just wipe them off. So I haven't done that yet. You know how that is. It's kind of like your tennis shoes. You can tell people who are OCD about clean tennis shoes. You have to watch out because they're usually so controlling. You don't want to have a relationship with them. If they're OCD about that, they'll be OCD about controlling you. Having them clean tennis shoes, too clean. I mean, yeah, that's nice, but you can't. Me, I was just thinking, I have these mucks and they're just muddy as heck. And that's why I have mucks. That's why I have 10 pairs of mucks, so I can have different mucks for when I go out and get muddy. And mucks, and for those of you who don't know what mucks are, they're like survival shoes living in Montana, survival boots, actually. You can get some up to the knee, you can get some up to the calf, so that, especially when it's freezing cold and 40 below, I think these mucks only go to 20 below, but they keep your foot dry and keep your foot warm, and that's just self-care. So this reset, and I have to share with you, I made it an intention a little while back, like about a year ago, 2 years ago, when Shasheen Little Feather passed. She was one of my coaching. We had a Zoom and we did life coaching with each other. I was her life coach with her husband and then with herself. And Kalina took care of her the whole time. Thank you, Kalina. But I made an intention to get off all the boards that I'm on, that I've been doing them a long time. Not Native Wellness. I'm staying, Native Wellness is going to have me till my last breath. The evolution, I'm a founding board member, and we have such a great team. We have an excellent team right now. Everybody trusts each other. Everybody encourages each other. Everybody helps each other with their healing. And so on July 1st, I resigned 3 days ago, I resigned from another board that I had been giving since 2017. And I'll just say that reset is, man, something happened because they have a good enough team now. They're growing, they're rebirthing, and I don't need to be part of it. I don't need to be there. It's going to happen. Some good things are going to happen for them. But I tell you, when I got up, and the first thing in the morning, I got on and I sent in my resignation. And once it was sent, and as always, because I'm in recovery, a lot of times I have to feel things for a couple of days. It's not like instant. And when I woke up this morning, that reset, because I had resigned from the other board, and I'm just not going to name them, and they were reasons because it felt like it was taking my energy all the time. And by the way, those were for free. You don't even get paid anything. I mean, but that's just how it is on some boards, because they think you're wealthy. I mean, like, wealthy Indians, I know some casino Indians, but I don't know too many wealthy Indians. I have to work to pay my bills. But I don't even want to go there. It was not it was about resigning, and it still flourishes, and wishing them well. And that was this morning when I decided to. I smoked one of my pipes that my mom just gave me. It's a personal pipe, and she transferred it to me, and I was just those two boards that I resigned from. I was wishing them well, that they all have long, healthy lives. That's a specific prayer, that they all have long, healthy lives, and that things go on for them. And I felt such relief. I felt freedom. And that's, like today, when we take a vacation, we should feel freedom. We should feel lighter. We should feel no stress. And I'm getting there. Like I was just thinking, wow, is this what it feels like to have no stress, except for what should I cook today? What should I pray for today? What should I, just like some simple kind of things. And now, making goals for my home, your nest. So when you take a vacation, either you do the work on your own house or you pay someone else to do the work. Get it done. Make your nest. And I was looking around my house today, and I was just saying, wow, I've been here living in this house for 30 years, and this house is my house in my name, paid off, and I should make this house comfortable. Cecilia Firethunder always talks about her abode. And so I looked around, I go, this is a pretty dang comfortable place. And this is where I live. And this is where I will start to imagine things, where I will start to, I did my morning meditations. I've been doing Ann Wilson Shave for people who worry too much. I've been doing Beatty's, letting it go for my Al-Anon, and but I also been taking out old family photos, and really, I realize I need to start sharing the stories that my mother told me, that my grandma told me, that my grandpa told me, that my dad told me, the stories that I know. Because I have a lot of younger relatives, and they don't know nothing about their great-grandparents. They don't know nothing about their grandparents when they were young. So I was saying to myself, well, one of the gifts I can start in just putting it out there, and it's, everyone wants me to write a book, but I'm not there yet. I just want to share stories, I guess, the storytelling. And so I was, thinking about Grandma and Grandpa Newbreast. He was born in 1900, and Grandma Atstanikiwa, her dad had death by suicide in 1908, and she was 5 years old. So she was raised by the Schultz, and they raised her well, very kind. They were raised. That was the time when there was lateral kindness, and everyone spoke, higher Blackfoot, but there was lateral kindness. There was never stinginess. There was a few stingy ones, but they died young. There was really lateral kindness, lateral forgiveness, and there was enjoyment of life. And I think what I like is being raised by those grandmas and those aunts and those uncles, because they had lateral kindness. And I always felt cherished, and I always felt taken care of. And so, I just so in this reset, how do we take a break? Because I mentioned, I said, yeah, I'm going to take a vacation. They go, well, where are you going? I go, I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to stay home. Vacation at home. I travel for work. I don't need to go to Hawaii. I don't need to go to the Himalayas. I don't need to go to Easter Island. I don't need to whatever. I don't need to go to Crow Fair. My vacation is to be home. And to be home, and to hike every day, and to go out. So now I just wanted to visit with you. So when are you going to take a vacation? It's, tomorrow is 4th July. It is a vacation around in America. It's also, on the Alberta side, we just had Canada Day. And it's kind of, I was texting a good friend of mine, Dr. Deb Pace, and I text her and I go, what does Canada Day really mean? Anyway, she has a good sense of humor. She said, 157 years of misery. And then I thought, well, even since 1492, like I still have my shirts that say party like it's 1491. Party like it's 1491. Yay! I mean, but I'm not moving away, and it looks like some of these immigrants that came here in Ellison Island, I don't think they're moving away too, third and fourth generation. So why can't we get along? Why can't we consciously show more respect for each other, and by letting each other vote? Let us vote. We just want to vote. A democracy is where everyone gets to vote, not that you only let some people vote and others not vote over here in this county, etc. But what does it mean to be in a democracy? It means to think of the greater good for everyone, not just for yourself. And so in this vacationing, I was thinking, what can I, I'm not going to give away all my money. I can give away some of it. And one of the things, whatever money I earned, I only give it to Indians. I only go to the tribal gas station. I only go to the tribal grocery store in town. I go to, like tomorrow, I'm looking forward to the vendors and all the vendors that come. Oh, that reminds me, I better go get cash, because not everyone could run a credit card. I'm just gonna go get cash, and I'm gonna buy some gifts for myself and for others. But I only take the money that I earn, and I try to buy Indian. And in this vacation, this reset time, do something good for yourself. What is the self-care? And I guess kind of in our power hour today, what is self-care? I think self-care is patience. You have to have patience, and you can't set deadlines like, oh, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds by next Friday. Oh, I'm gonna, it's unrealistic. Patience and forgiveness with ourselves when we set goals. I've been anticipating being courted, and I might be going on a date pretty soon. Stay tuned. But I was just saying, I got to be patient with this and not push it. And being patient is being friends, and communication, and laughter, and sharing what each other's has interests, and how you grow. All of those are like green flags, and I've been having that, and I thought, so I got to be patient. Relationships is patient. And I was, even visiting with my brothers and sisters in recovery. I said, remember when they used to say, when the addicts or alcoholics, they don't have relationships, they take hostages? So they take hostages. Oh my God, that sounds so ruthless. I'd rather say take a life partner, not a hostage. Take a friend. Take a romantic courtship. Take think of it in a different way. So in that reset on the vacation, it's just like, what do white people do? Have date night once a year, eh? What about 365? Have 365 dates with your life partner. What about have 365 days of good communication with your partner? What about have 365 days of good sex? Hey, yeah, just really where you please each other, and two consenting adults, where there's a lot of goodness that happens, where it's natural, it is nurturing. And what about 365 days of, I mean, should people take a vacation? You know, like some couples, I think they take a vacation from each other, and they say absence grows fonder. So if there's a vacation from each other, or one can't go on vacation, you allow each other to grow in whatever you're growing in, and then you come back together. And I said, yeah, I could do patience. I could do that. You know, that sounded really nurturing. That sounded really good to a healthier relationship. So I, again, this reset, or taking a vacation, taking some time off. One of the things for, you know, this morning I was just saying, I have such a routine, but just not looking at my emails took energy. Of course, Jolene, she knows me. She'll text me, can you do this job? Can you do this job? Because I said the ones I could do and the ones I couldn't. It's in the future. But I thought that's the last kind of work thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come on. I'm gonna do the Power Hour. I'm gonna do Wellness Wednesday. And so I guess in positive, productive, and proactive, I'd like you just to today think about when you're going to take time off, and do it, you know, because I know in my earlier life, in my workaholism life, you know, like I just transferred the addiction to workaholism. Is if we work just with workaholics, like here it is, you know, on the eve of 4th of July, and who's working? Workaholics. Are the ones setting up the power, are the ones, you know, where there's what about good work and drudgery work? Let's just flip that around and look at the positive, that everything we do, even in our, so one of the things, you know, just today I was staying in prayer, you know, like I'm gonna get out and walk. I might just take a little bit. I guess we're not gonna, I guess I can't do that because I disconnect from, in the War Pony I got Wi-Fi, 24-hour Wi-Fi. So if I get out of the truck with the iPhone, I think it disconnects, so I'm not gonna do that. But I can turn the phone around, because if you look up here, that's the backbone, that's the Rockies. If you look over here, there's a little bit of rain still coming. If you look over here, that's going to the Sun Road. And if you look over here, that's the lake that I live on, and I hope you can still see it. And right down in the back over here is walking back towards my house. So in this vacation that I'm taking, I promised myself I was gonna walk for a couple of hours, and so I'm gonna go back, put War Pony away, and I'm gonna go for a long walk. I noticed that the bear grass is coming up. I noticed that the horsetail is up. I could just see even red clover. Wilbur Fish used to say, graze on stuff. The dandelions. Doug Ironpipe Fitzgerald got me a bunch of dandelion root. So I cleaned it, I soaked it, and I cut it up, and I'm drying it. Because I'll have good dandelion root. And then I was starting to look at some of the gossamer yesterday. I wish I could share this smell with you. I went on Looking Glass, and the sage, in some areas, was not ready to be picked. It's kind of short, but I just got out and I put out some pastascan, some tobacco, and I prayed that I would only use this for healing, for self and for others, and that the sage would only be a place that cleanses. And so I put this in my truck. So when I get in my truck right now, the War Pony smells just like sage. And when I smell it, it reminds me of the 10 years that I sundanced with Buster Yellow Kidney and others, my mom, my sisters, and the sacrifice of fasting. I love, because when you lay down on your sage bed at night after you've been dancing all day in the sun, praying, this smell is what I would smell. And so I'm holding this up because, you know, I was just wishing, because I hope I get to go braid some more sweetgrass but people lately, it's been really cool, because when you get to be an elder, people give you sweetgrass, and that's one of the greatest gifts you can give to an elder, is to give them a braid of sweetgrass and thank you. I had some others give me some bear root for thank you. I had my friend Wendy Yellow John made me a tree person. She makes these little dolls, and with beaded hats she makes them, and it had gray braids. And so, you know, I know eventually, you know, my braids will be gray, because my mom, she's 86 and her braids are gray. But I was thinking about, you know, just even harvesting this sweetgrass. You know how, you know, when you pick it from the earth, you sit there, you kneel, and you say the prayers, and then you braid it, and with your intention of what you're going to use it for ceremony. And as you're braiding it, just like when you braid your hair, that's why you should never cut your hair. You know, you braid. So when I braid my hair, we're supposed to pray for our mind, body, and spirit. And then when you braid the sweetgrass, you pray for the mind, body, and spirit of those who will be using it. And then at the end of the sweetgrass, just like the end of the braid, you tie it off. And then the sweetgrass, it's called the belly button. It's that belly button, because you're taking it from its Mother Earth, and then you cut it, and then now it's like that umbilical cord you've asked. You put the tobacco down, you prayed for the medicine, and you're taking its life from the Mother Earth, and it's gonna give life, this sweetgrass. I was just kind of like, geez, sometimes my hair feels like it's getting thin, but now it feels like it's not getting I don't know what it is. I guess because I'm jumping in regular water, like the lake water. I scream, ah! But I do that. But I just wanted to, you know, I'm going to take a walk and take a vacation and go gather medicine. Take a vacation and go dig roots. Take a vacation and go pick berries. Take a vacation and just gather all the medicine that you can, you know, male or female, LGBTQ, two-spirit. Go out and get the medicine and put it in your house and gift it away. They say keep it and give it all away in a year. And that's the cycle in which we live, us merciless Indian savages. Because just stay prayerful. And so I think with that, I'm gonna let you go for the day. Journey on. You know, Native Wellness Institute, we're inviting you to a lot of we got a lot of training. So I'm gonna be over in Polson on the 16th. We're gonna be down at Isleta Pueblo on 19th and 20th. And you know, a lot of if you go to www.nativewellness.com, you can see a lot of our upcoming trainings. Our request: if you go to Native Dads Network, you can request. If you go to White Bison, you can request. If you go to NAFA, Al Pooley's group, you can request. You can also write to the American Indian Cancer Foundation, because they have a lot of good stuff coming up with their grantees. So I just with that, I think I'm gonna say Kitakito Matsuno, and I'm gonna go on my vacation. I'm gonna be on vacation till the 16th. Woohoo! So just with that, maybe I'll see you on vacation, or come and dance with us at Chewing Black Bones tomorrow. It's just gonna be a really good powwow of laughter, of fun, and of family time. So with that, I'll say kitaki to matsano.